As one on a UK dependent visa, I'm sure you know that it is not just the life in the UK test you need. You also need proof of English language to apply for your indefinite leave to remain. Not just a dependent visa though. If you need to apply for your ILR, these are some of the requirements you need. I just passed mine with distinction, yeah. So I'm not just sharing to celebrate, I'm also sharing to help anyone who might be preparing for the same thing or who doesn't understand what to do. My name is Tochi. Welcome to my channel. Please like this video as you're watching. Like it right now, thank you. And kindly share it to everyone that benefits from me. To all my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. You're welcome back to today's video. If you're yet to subscribe, please click on the subscribe button right now, thank you. Honestly, when I was researching on what to do and the English exam to write, I couldn't find enough real life experiences and stories online. I had to ask people individually. So this is for all my fellow migrants in the UK, especially for dependents who are trying to figure out the best exam to write, what to do, how to go about it, basically what to expect. So let's start with who needs to take this test and why I needed to take it. So basically, if you're applying for your indefinite leave to remain or British citizenship, you need a life in the UK test and your proof of English language. Okay, you need to demonstrate that you speak and understand the English language. So if you're like me that thought you escaped the English test, sorry to burst your bubble, is waiting for you right at the finish line. And I also know that if you already have a UK degree, you're not expected to write the test. Okay, that will pass, because I also have a friend who did her master's in the UK. She didn't go through the stress of writing the test with me. Okay, she just went straight to do her life in the UK test and then went straight to apply for her ILR. I also know that there are different test providers. There's Trinity College London, there's Language Set, there's Pearson. I think there's also IELTS Set Consortium or something. There are lots of them. Before I continue, I would love to introduce you all to the sponsors of today's video, LemFi. LemFi is a reliable app that allows residents of the UK, Canada, US, and Europe, any part of Europe at all. It allows you to send money to Africa for free and no hidden charges at all. And you're sure that the recipient will receive the money immediately. So if somebody is asking you for urgent money, if there's an emergency, you can rely on LemFi to do the job for you. All you have to do is just go on the app and send money. It's quick, it's easy to use, and it's very secured. I've been using this app for years now, and I can tell you that, guys, this app is really good. I recommend. Okay, they have one of the best rates you can find in the market, and I know that you would always get your complete value for money. So to get started, you can download the app with my referral link in the description box, and you will get £10 cash back on your first transactions above £50. Alternatively, you can download the app directly from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and enter my code Tochi. Okay, so please hurry now, download the LemFi app if you haven't already, and don't forget to use my code Tochi and begin sending money to your loved ones for free. Different providers, but I personally chose Trinity College London, and trust me, I highly recommend it. So for me, I wrote the B1 test, and the test is called the GESE grade 5. Know that there are different types, because when I went on the website, you have different options. They'll ask you, do you want grade 2, grade 3, but the one I did was the GESE grade 5. When I was doing my research, I went through different websites, tried to watch some YouTube videos, ask some questions, and I realized that this one might be the easiest to go for. It's quite straightforward. If you're going to apply, just go on their website, choose the one you want to go for. Once you book, I paid £150. Once you book, they'll send you an email confirming your exam with the exam center. They'll send you the details of the test and every other information you need to know and what to do. And then they'll ask you to print your topic form. So this topic form is very, very important for this test, because your exam is basically centered around it. Okay, you're expected to choose a topic you want to talk about with your examiner, and they will ask you some questions, and they want to hear how you can interact and keep up with a conversation. So I wrote about my families. On my topic form, I wrote my family, my children, my husband, my parents, my friends, family tradition and all of that. For you, you could write about anything. You could write about your country, your holiday destination, about your job as well. For me, just wake me up at midnight from my sleep and ask me anything about my family, and I can can tell you anything you want to know. It's a conversation that I can have with anybody at any time, so it was going to be very easy for me to talk about, and that was why I chose it. You have to go to that exam venue with your topic form and all the topics and subtopics that you have chosen. When you get there, it's an exam between two people, okay? My examiner was there in person physically, but some could be via Zoom, right? I was literally just having a conversation with this lady. By the time, I think the exam is just for 10 minutes, because by the time we finished talking and she said, we've come to the end of your test, I was like, so soon? That was really fast. I didn't even know when, 10 minutes went by so fast. So it's literally a 10 minutes exam, very easy and straightforward, so long as you understand what they are looking for and what they literally want to hear from you. So that's the main trick to passing this test. Pick a topic that you can naturally and confidently talk about. Everything is pretty much straightforward, from the booking to the preparation to the exam, So the exam is in two phases. They have the topic phase and then the conversation phase. The topic phase is just this one I talked about now, where you have to pick a topic you want to talk about, and the examiner will ask you some few questions around it. So for me, because I chose my family, my children, my friends, family, tradition, and all of that, she first of all asked me about my family. She asked me the ages of my children, my husband's job, and what else? What we like to do as a family, our family tradition, and my hobbies. I think these were like the questions she asked. And that's for like 5 minutes, because the whole exam or the whole test is literally for 10 minutes. So this topic phase is for 5 minutes, and then the conversation phase is for 5 minutes, okay? And it was more like me just having a conversation with this lady. It doesn't really feel like a test, because they make you to be very comfortable. So they ask you what your topics are. You show them your topic form. My topic form was just right on the table, because she was sitting right opposite me. She told me her name, asked me the name I would prefer for her to call me, and then the test started, okay? She then went ahead to ask me about my topics. So during my research, when I was asking questions and watching different videos, going through different study materials, I realized that they're not really looking for perfect English, They're basically looking for how well you can hold a conversation and communicate in present, past, and future tenses, right? So that you basically have a good understanding of English language. And after that, we moved to the conversation phase. And for this phase, she asked me about the festivals in my country. She also asked me about my preferred mode of transportation or something like that, So, and I also asked that, because while I was also preparing, I realized that you have to also ask questions as well. You don't just sit down and wait for them to ask all the questions. No, it's a communication. They ask you, you ask them. I did not wait for her to ask me to ask her a question. When we're talking and having the conversations, I was also asking her my own questions in return, because they basically want you to show that you can understand questions, respond clearly, and even ask questions back. That asking back questions is very, very important. If you go through Trinity College London's YouTube page, you would see all of these things. They have a YouTube channel as well, so you might want to watch it to get more insight. She was asking me my favorite means of transportation. I told her I prefer to drive. I asked her how about her. When she asked about my children, I asked her, does she have children? She said, yeah, that she's a grandmother and all of that. So it was quite a friendly conversation, very chill, nothing serious, Yes, it's a test, a very important one at that, but it's not that serious. It's very friendly and chill. So let me give you my top tips for passing, okay? Basically things that helped me. 1, choose a topic you're comfortable with, something personal, something that you wouldn't struggle to talk about, because that's really very important, okay? This is really the basics of this exam, 2, practice speaking out loud, because this exam is basically about listening and speaking, so you have to practice this. It could be with a friend, with your spouse, in front of the mirror, talk about your topic, discuss your topic with anybody. It could even be with AI. You can have your mock test with anybody. Basically, just make sure that in your sentence and conversations you include present, past, and future things. What is happening with you currently, what it was before, something in the past, and what you intend to do in the future, your plans for the future, and all of that. That's really very important. Number 3, Watch YouTube videos and check Trinity College London's website, because that really helped me. Okay, they have a couple of videos on their page. In fact, they have live text and exam scenarios that you can watch, and if the person failed the test, they'll let you know why the person failed. If the person passed, they'll let you know why the person passed, and things the examiners are looking out for. So I had to check their website thoroughly to know how this exam works, things the examiners are looking out for, why people that fail the test fail. Because I learned that as much as I'm saying the test is quite easy, and a lot of people are saying, oh, it's nothing, some people actually fail the test if you don't prepare. You have to really prepare for this test. Have it at the back of your mind that it's an exam. No matter how comfortable they make you feel, no matter how chill the test may appear, it's still a very important exam or test that you need to apply for something important to you, so you have to take it very seriously and prepare for it. I really didn't have so much information or people sharing their experience, people like us sharing their experiences. I really didn't see that. I really wished I had somebody like me talking about sharing their experiences, sharing their stories online. I really wish for that, but it wasn't forthcoming. So this is one of the reasons I'm making this video, so you have an idea the kind of test you need to write, what to expect, what to do when you get to the venue, how to prepare for the test and everything. And finally, be yourself and relax. Okay, when you're with the examiner, just see that you are talking to your friend. Okay, it's not that serious, it's not that scary. Just see that you're having a conversation with a friendly stranger on the road, or a person that you're familiar with, because that's just basically what it looks like. Have a conversation and try to keep the conversation going. So that was it. We left after the exam without the results, right? They told us already that we should expect the test result by 9 a.m. the next day. They will send us a provisional result, and yeah, I got mine via my email. But they sent it to me at 7 a.m. that morning, and I saw it, pass with a distinction. I was like, oh yeah. So yeah, I passed with a distinction, and I was really, really happy. I got the provisional result first, and then after 5 to 6 days, they sent me the main certificate. It's possible. You can do it as a busy mom, as a migrant, as a busy dad. One of the easiest exams I've ever written in my life. If I can do it, you can do it too. So if you're on a dependent visa or trying to apply for your RLR, you don't know the test to go for, this is the one I took, and this is the one I recommend. There are other ones as well that you can go for. There are people that have done, the other ones. They went for the other providers, and they did absolutely amazing. They also passed as well. The aim is for you to pass, to have your proof of English language requirements and show them that I actually speak and understand English. That's the aim. It doesn't matter the provider, so long as it's a recognized provider and you write the required tests. That's all that matters. So for those that are asking, oh, do I need to write an English language test? Yes, you need to write an English test. I didn't even know myself until just recently. I thought that after you have moved to the UK without the English proof of English, because for main applicants, they already did that before they entered the UK, or at the point of their visa application, they already showed their own proof of English language. But for dependents, nothing like that. So this is the point now where you need to show it. Remember, that was why in the white paper you saw the government is proposing for dependents to be able to show their proof of English language at the point of entry. So this is part of the proposal. But for now, for people that are already in the UK on a dependent visa, I'm sure you did not write any English test or anything. So at the point of your ILR application, you have to write your English or show proof of English. And if you have a UK degree, I don't think you need to do that. Okay. So, and even those that have to do the most difficult ones, they still write and pass. Okay, so it's not something you should be scared or worried about. When it's time for you to do so, just prepare, go in confidently and smash it. So that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comment section, and I will answer to the best of my knowledge or the best of my ability. You guys know that we all as migrants are just trying to figure out these things, okay? So if I do something and it works for me, or I know something that can work, I'll definitely share. Right, this is how we all grew together as a community. And when I realized that, oh, I wanted to write the English language exam, and I didn't know the ones to go for, I didn't even know what to do. Should I write IELTS? I didn't know the one to write. I didn't know what to do. I searched online for videos like this to direct me on what to do. I didn't find anybody like me talking about it. And because I have a platform and I have people following me, I figured that if I've done this thing and it works for me, let me share with you, because I know that somebody is definitely going to benefit from it. Okay, I know it's going to help somebody. So if you found this video helpful, do well to like it and share it to everyone that it will benefit as well. Please, this is not an immigration advice. Okay, this does not replace an expert opinion. This is just me sharing my experience, and it's basically for information purpose, right? So yeah, thank you everyone for watching today's video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.